2020. Thanks for coming out in the wind and rain, and we'll just go ahead and get started. Do we have anyone that would like to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
I was going to say, he signed the paper first.
All right,
so.
well, there we go.
Bruce is going for the tiniest painting.
So, yeah, this is acrylic, and the title is Drive-By Sunset. This is where you wanted to slow down. Maybe you were seeking just such an opportunity to pause and listen while the music changes from diminishing cicada staccato to the first cautious kicks of a cricket, rousing a ripple of rivets, probably already mapped by our DNA, and now joined by the desire to stake our claim to these precious moments.
Yes.
I would like to give a little background on this one before Bruce reads his poem. Salem Public Library does the Salem Reads every year, and they assign a book, and artists in Salem choose a passage out of the book to create a piece of art. Last year's book was Good Night Midnight, so this is B.G. Dodson's interpretation from that book, which makes it interesting that Bruce is doing his interpretation of an interpretation of a book. So.
Oh, that's great.
So, Good Morning Midnight was how the title of this began. Did you plan to secretly visit our land, to drink our water, to capture our flora and fauna, to put us under your mind control, under your microscope, convinced it would all be for our own good?
Thank you. I know, I love these poems because, yeah, you don't have time to prepare. You just have to do it. Well, going down our list, Bonnie, it's you next.
Okay. Butterflies swirl. Around and around my head they fly. Flitter and flutter right past my eye. Up and down and around they flew with their pretty wings of blue. Everyone loves butterflies. I wish I could be that free and make the world also remember me. Then I cheated. I came in before and did this one. Valley Song. The meadowlark is oh so proud. He holds his head up high. His several mates this season scattered the ground with nests. His close watch keeps them safe. And when the eggs begin to hatch, his proud song will be a trill. All those nearby will feel his thrill.
Thank you, Bonnie. I call it cheating if you come into the gallery and look at a piece of art before the actual event, but I will go on the record saying that it's not actually cheating.
Okay.
So we have that. I'll just tease you.
We think of it as supporting the gallery, not cheating.
There we go. Okay. I can tell you've been supporting the gallery. Rosemary.
Oh, am I next?
Yes.
Do you want to tell the story about?
Yes, okay.
The
Did
background.
everyone see this one? Okay. This is by Yamhill Carlton High School senior. The assignment was create a piece of art of something that you fear in the water. And she told the teacher, I don't fear anything in the water because I want to be a marine biologist and study everything that's in the water. So the teacher just looked at her and said, well, create something that somebody would be afraid of. And that's it. That's what she came up with.
This is called meditation. on a leech. Have you seen a leech? You can meet them many ways and places. Waiting in Amazon waters for the giant leech, 1.5 feet observing your foot. Slogging through a swamp in a buddy's bait can, or cleaning up the blood from your surgery. Did you know they were there? You can see a leech on any continent, but as usual, not Antarctica, and only where you and water meet. I met one at the gallery, diving the leech, not me, from bloody sunset down to the depths of blues, darker and dark, his tailish end curvaceous against the flow, his body conical, cut off by a machete, yet full of the teeth you fear, a perfect circle of teeth. Their points turned in, a star he must have borrowed from a shark. Oh, but they hold on. Some people keep leeches as pets. Is all you need to keep them wet.
Wow.
Thank you. That's beautiful and terrifying. So I will also add, for every poem that is written, we will collect your poems at the end of the night, and then, in various ways. You can email them to Nancy afterwards. Yes. Not like you're ripping pages out of Nammer. No. But so what we'll do is we'll print out the poem and then display it next to the artwork. And so anyone who comes into the gallery while the painting is here will be able to see the poem displayed next to the piece of art. And then when that piece of art sells, the poem goes along with it. So it's just a really cool thing, and it's fun when the artists come back by and can see what someone's written about their work and things like that.
The artists love it.
Yeah.
They really love it.
Yeah, so just additional information. Lucy.
Oh. I'm still revising.
That's cheating!
Need a poem after my time?
Yes.
The artwork is called Japanese Garden. So that's the title of my poem, Japanese Garden. Now that the city is left behind, you can relax. Here in the Japanese garden, the light has caught the leaves, turning them to jewels. Time dissolves into color. Vermilion, gold, and green shimmer in the late autumn afternoon. Here is a place to rest. Slowly, as your eyes take in this light, let it illuminate your soul until you become the scene in front of you, the beauty of the leaves, the strong branches, the tremulous air you breathe.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Dave.
Which one do you do first?
The bird, yeah.
Oh, let's see that.
Oh, cute.
So I'm a little bit of a bird nerd, and so this spoke to me. Seated in stillness, I slowly sip a glass of Syrah, allowing myself to merge into the spectacle of the wild space beyond. Listening to nature's song, I stifle the clutter of the day, sinking in, surrendering. Serving the birds with feeders full of suet and seed, counting the species silently. Slowly they shuffle closer, sounding no sirens. Seeing I am safe, a single songbird settles in. Stately on his perch, he surveys his kingdom, sovereign, and I sigh soundlessly at the unexpected flight. doing alliteration with S's on the day that you've had dental works really. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is the fog lays close, softening sights and sounds. Attracted to the water as if to return, braving the damp I trudge by the bay. Silhouettes of commerce remain, but all is lost to tide and corrosion. Eventually, even the reminder pilings will fade. I walk the edge of the brackish water and nature's advance. Content to be within the fog, embraced a mere silhouette myself, succumbing to the pull of the tide.
Amen. Okay, and
I have one painting left. So
your
let's
S's
do
are
it.
super.
Yep.
Thanks.
Oh, that looks like me.
Yes, and
Poetry is to me intended to tell a story. Oftentimes a story that you feel needs to be told. And this particular theme has been floating in the back of my mind for a long time. It was a long time ago, but not so long at all. 30,000 years ago, simultaneously east and west, when we were ready for chance to fall. Scholars found them together, assumed that mankind ate the other. But then they found one buried, a mammoth bone in his jaw. It is hard not to imagine what meaning this had to the human and the ones who tarried. A simple event, but it only happened one time. One wonders how this came to be. The implication for the future are difficult for all to see. Dog is the only friend that we pulled from the world around us to serve and aid and comfort us in ways nearly hard to imagine. He guarded our home, protected our herds, assisted with our hunts, and helped us see what we could not see. Dogs seemed unique in joining one strain of humankind. Other men failed to accomplish this, placing them in a particular bind. In the end, one line prevailed, dogs at their side. More successful hunters where others failed. The helpers turned the tide. Whether hunting, herding, guarding, or assisting, no other animal has played this role. It is hard not to imagine that this was not the original goal. It is hard sometimes to see what an ancient and peaceful bond this is, and how crucial to our survival this unique event has been.
thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
Did anyone else that wants to share? Yeah. Okay. What is
This is
it?
the garlic cloves one called meditation.
Oh,
You're fast.
It's short.
I will say, so our next, I'm very excited, we have the poet for our next just poetry night. It'll be on February 6th.
Yep.
Yay!
There it is.
And the poet we will have, she's a Cherokee artist, and her name is Jessica Mehta, and so she will be here reading from her new book. So, February 6th, 6 o'clock. I'm very excited. Okay, yay!
So this one is called Meditation. And I believe it's done in oil. That's my best guess. Fat garlic cloves, one leans and topples onto its side. I can see the inside. The core of the bowl is a pale mauve, fleshy and pungent, and the smell won't leave my fingers, so that several days pass. I still can taste the bitter, biting flavor. I minced slowly and paused. The blade beneath my index finger resting, one clove fell under the counter. I heard its rustling shell break, and I feel a sharp crunch under my heel, tossed. Can't use a clove you stepped on, can you? But then, who would know?
Thank Okay, well, thank you all for coming tonight for our Paintings to Poems. We'll probably do another one of these in a couple months, and we'll be sure to share the date. We do them quarterly-ish, but otherwise we will see you all here on February 6th for Jessica Mehta and our poetry night. Oh, and if you would please send your poems to Nancy
At 10 Oaks Gallery, TEN oaksgallery.com.
So Nancy at 10oaksgallery.com, or if you feel free to drop it by, but we would love to collect all your poems so we can display them with the art. Okay. Thank you all so much for coming.